Ladies and gentlemen, I am Montoya. We are following up on the whole piracy story. If you are new, there was a whole debate about piracy going on the past week. Lots of people freaking out. I had one guy who came up to me and said, "That's it. I'm getting a refund because I cannot steal a javelin every week." Seriously, listen, don't make any plans about what you think you want to do in this game until we actually get into the game. It happens too much. But anyway, let's get into the story here. We were told that... Have I done the intro yet? Roll the intro. The magic of editing. So, we were told that Reverse the Verse would have more for us on this topic. What was posted on RSI, for those that are new, was that when you steal a ship, it'll despawn once your session is over. Todd Papy is going to speak to us. He's the live game director. Let's roll the clip and see what he says now. But before we do, let me save you the 5 minutes. Their answer is a non-answer. But their non-answer is the answer. Does that make sense? Ed will roll it.
There's one question that's dominated chat and conversation for the last week, since Saturday of last week. So we're just going to jump right into this. Todd Papy, this one's almost certainly for you. Last week, one of our designers was answering a question about insurance and how the replacement of ships work in Star Citizen right now, including how stolen ships work with insurance. And our designer made some comments about how that system works today, how that system works in 3.0 and 3.1. But some of that was perhaps maybe taken out of context. They thought that maybe he was talking about long-term plans. What can you tell us about that?
So it was taken out of context, first and foremost. From there, what Chris's high-level vision is that he does want you to be able to steal ships and have the capacity to actually hold on to them for as long as you possibly can. However, that's going to require, you jump through certain hoops. We haven't figured out what those hoops are yet, but think of it as, like Grand Theft Auto, or in this case, it'd be Grand Theft Spaceship. And therefore, if you're ever caught with this, then it would basically be considered a felon, and you'd go to jail for a long time in the game, or you'd be chased down, hunted, possibly put up as a bounty, and pay it that way.
Okay. Now, as often with everything else in Star Citizen, our development is iterative. We have to start with building the way things are supposed to work before you go and build the way that you build the lawful behavior before you build the unlawful behavior, because you have to know, one before you work the other one. And we're still building the lawful behavior.
Yeah, and in many ways, when we're talking about law, it will be solar system based. So it will be solar system and then local based, but the idea would be that the overarching solar system has a set of rules associated with it, just like states in the United States do versus England versus Germany. Everywhere there's different laws, but there's some common elements. However, in cases like Grim Hex, the local law might be different than the solar system law, and so those are things that we have to work out. And we've started it, from a high-level design position, and we've done some write-ups on it. But as far as implementing it and getting that into the game, it's on our backlog.
Gotcha. All right, so right now it sounds like there's really nothing to report about any definitive nature, regarding piracy and how it's going to work. It's just right now we're focused on the current implementation. What's in front of us.
Well, it's focusing on the current implementation, but I mean, rest assured, it's one of those things where we view this as, a possible career. Whether that be a pirate, an assassin, a smuggler, so on and so forth. We view those as careers that we want you to be able to do. And for people that like to play that way, including myself, then I want to make sure it's as fun as possible.
I mean, you can brainstorm about all the gameplay surrounded about stealing other people's ships or retrieving stolen ships, or it goes on and on.
I mean, it's you want to be able to skirt the line. So whether it be like Han Solo or Malcolm Reynolds, you want to be able to smuggle. You want to be able to do that. Aim to misbehave kind of thing.
All right, so you heard Tom Papy speak there. He's a live game director, and what he's mentioning is like GTA. You're driving along GTA, you see that hot pink Bugatti. You take the Bugatti for a joyride, the cops are chasing you, but when the session is over, I mean, you park in your garage, you close it, it's not there the next time, it despawns, it's not yours. That is what they're thinking right now, but that does not mean that will be the final game mechanic in the final game. He's saying it's just too far out right now. There's 1,001 things which need to be sorted out first. The current game mechanics aren't even in place, so there's no way they can even figure out what they want to do. We know, well, pirates know what they want. I want to be able to steal your javelin tonight. And then tomorrow night, I'm stealing your javelin again. And the week after that, again. I want a fleet of 5,000 javelins, is what pirates are thinking. But you got to think about things which aren't even here yet. The economy. There's going to be inputs and outputs to the economy. You can't keep on adding in ships into the economy without ships being destroyed too. They know this. You have full faith that they sit down in meetings. I know a lot of us sit in Theorycraft out or behind, but those guys actually get paid to sit in Theorycraft. We do it for free. But they get paid. This is their job. And their answer is, we just don't have the answer yet because we're just not there. So to all of you pirates, I know we've had this debate on my channel right here in the comment section and on the forums a lot. The answer is, deep breath. You have to sit and wait. Let the core game mechanics come in first. Yes, your ship will, when you steal a ship, it will despawn in the beginning. But they will find a solution for it. There has to be balance. No, you will not be able to make a fleet of 5,000 javelins if you collect one every single night. There's got to be some limits to it. They don't know what the limits are. We don't know what the limits are. But have faith that these guys know what they are doing, because they should at this point. So anyway, guys, what do you think? Is there an actual solution to this? If you could give them your best solution to piracy, keeping in mind that you cannot go and build yourself a fleet of 1,000 Idrises. What's the plural of Idrises? Idri? Idris? The plural of Idris is Idris probably. You cannot build a fleet of 1,000 Idris. It should not. It would be nice, but seriously, as far as economics go, it doesn't make sense economically. You can't keep adding without there being some kind of output at the same time. Let me know your thought to this issue. Is it a problem? Also, Stargate Origins had a trailer. Did you see that? Why is everyone crapping all over Stargate's Origin? I think it's going to be good. I'm going to like it. I think I will. Let me know your thoughts on piracy and Stargate Origins, right? I'll see you guys in the... Oh, and you know, thumbs up. Give me comments below. All that garbage you do with YouTube channels, apparently. And I'll see you in the next one.